Hello everyone, this is your loving host and radio and TV personality as well as best-selling author Dr. Afshan Hashmi. And today folks, I want to announce that from next Tuesday K4HD radio show will start and it will be at 2 p.m. on K4HD radio. And having said that, folks, let's start. Uh, I want to remind you that there are two books which I have written, and they are available worldwide. And this is the page of Amazon of my books. The first one is The Modern Mughal Mentality New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. And this is this one. This book was hot number 1 new release on Amazon as well as it was Amazon bestseller. And the second one is The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. And this book came when I was, this book came This book came when there was no COVID, and I had in a very it's a spy thriller, and I have written that this how bioterrorism can us. Having said that, friends, I want to wish everyone Memorial Day, and today's Memorial Day, and let's start with a film which I have made. I was passing by and I saw that there were many American flags. It was on Saturday, and so I also donated there. And let's watch the movie, and then I will come back.
Life. And so people pick their own heroes. What they do is they donate $50 and
Exactly.
my name is Michael Johnson.
Okay, so what is this all about?
Okay. We're Rotary Club. Rotary is the biggest charity club in the world, and it has been for quite a while. It's started around 1902. This project here is called Flags for Heroes, and we have over 700 flags here. And people have heroes who have fought in the war, some who are veterans, but it's for heroes, so it's not just for soldiers. It could be grandparents or teachers, people who've had an influence in your life. And so people pick their own heroes. What they do is they donate $50 and they get a tag with a hero and it's put on the flag and it's displayed and it blows in the wind for 4 days. Families come out to visit the flags and friends, but in some ways they put closure to some of the things that may have happened with the heroes, and but also to celebrate the people who have made a difference in their lives.
So what happens after Memorial Day? Will these flags be here, or they will go somewhere else?
After today, there's a moving company who helped us store the flags, and so they'll put them away until Memorial Day next year. So we'll take them all down and roll them up, and then next year we'll do the same thing. This is the 13th year that Rotary has done this. Now, what happens with the funds that people donate? It comes to Rotary, and we use all of those funds for the program for this year coming. This will fund us for all of the charity, all of the sickness, all of the hunger. We deal wells in different parts of the world that don't have water. We help eradicate polio almost throughout the world. But diseases, poverty, hospitals, all of this money goes to fund those projects.
This is a very good thing, and I will also donate here. And this is what's your website?
The website is actually I have it. Actually, I have it back here.
Okay.
Okay. We do a Rotary. You want to see this?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a magazine that's called Rotary,
Okay.
and it shows what charities we do throughout the world. It's
Okay.
a monthly magazine, and there are plenty here if you'd like to have some.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is your loving host Dr. Afshan Hashmi, live from Summit Avenue here on Memorial Day weekend. And here I have someone who would tell you about these flags. Let me show you these flags. What? Oh,
Johnson. My name is Michael Johnson.
okay. So what is this all about?
Okay. We're Rotary Club. Rotary is the biggest charity club in the world, and it has been for quite a while. It started around 1902. This project here is called Flags for Heroes, and we have over 700 flags here. And people have heroes who have fought in the war, some who are veterans, but it's for heroes, so it's not just for soldiers. It could be grandparents or teachers, people who've had an influence in your life. And so people pick their own heroes. What they do is they donate $50 and they get a tag with a hero and it's put on a flag and it's displayed and it blows in the wind for 4 days. Families come out to visit the flags and friends, but in some ways they put closure to some of the things that may have happened with the heroes, and but also they just come out to celebrate the people who have made a difference in their lives.
So what happens after Memorial Day? Will these flags be here or they will go somewhere else?
After today, there's a moving company who helps us store the flags, and so they'll put them away until Memorial Day next year. So we'll take them all down and roll them up, and then next year we'll do the same thing. This is the 13th year that Rotary has done this. Now, what happens with the funds that people donate? It comes to Rotary, and we use all of those funds for the program for this year coming. This will fund us for all of the charity, all of the sickness, all of the hunger. We deal wells in different parts of the world that don't have water. We help eradicate polio almost throughout the world. But diseases, poverty, hospitals, all of this money goes to fund those projects.
This is a very good thing, and I will also donate here. And this is what's your website?
The website is actually I have it up there. Actually, I have it back here.
Okay.
Okay, we do a Rotary. You want to see this?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a magazine that's called Rotary,
Okay.
and it shows what charities we do throughout the world. It's
Okay.
a monthly magazine, and there are plenty here if you like to have some.
Okay. Thank you. Hello everyone. This is your loving host Dr. Afshan Hashmi, live from Summit Avenue here on Memorial Day weekend. And here I have someone who would tell you about these.
So this was a movie, and it played two times. You know, there was a glitch, and it played two times. So, but it's good that on Memorial Day it enforced that it is Memorial Day. And let's see what is Memorial Day. Memorial Day, originally known as Decoration Day, and it is from Wikipedia, is a federal holiday in the United States for honoring and memorializing military personnel who died while serving in the United States. It is a day for visiting cemeteries and memorials to mourn the military personnel who died in the line of duty. Volunteers will place American flags on the graves of those military personnel in national cemeteries. Others, such as uh, family and friends, will also come. to lay flowers on the graves of those with the US military. Memorial Day is also considered the unofficial beginning of summer. The first national observance of Memorial Day occurred on May 30th, 1868, then known as the Decoration Day and observed on May 30th. The holiday was proclaimed by Commander-in-Chief John A. Logan of the Grand Army of the Republic to honor the Union leader soldiers who had died in the American Civil War. So this was little bit about Memorial Day, and now, folks, so let me first read the Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day, Biden marks Memorial Day with somber speech at Arlington National Cemetery, and then I will read President Donald J. Trump's speech. President Joe Biden on Monday commemorated Memorial Day during remarks at Arlington National Cemetery, where he marked the solemn and personal occasion by thanking those killed while serving their country in the name of democracy around the world. Freedom has never been guaranteed. Every generation has to earn it, fight for it, defend it in battle between autocracy and democracy, between the greed of a few and the rights of many. It matters. Our democracy is more than just a system of government, it is the very soul of America, Biden told the crowd gathered for his annual Memorial Day address. The president took the opportunity to honor those killed while serving their country and also thank veterans, survivors, and family members in the audience on Memorial Day. We gather at this sacred place at the solemn moment to remember, to honor the sacrifice of the hundreds of thousands of women and men who have given their lives to this nation, he said. Each one literally a link in the chain of honor is stretching back to our founding days, each one bound by common commitment, not to a place, not to a person, not to a precedent, but to an idea unlike any idea in human history, the idea of the United States of America. Today we bear witness to the price they paid. The day is also personal for the president. So, this is little bit from President Biden's speech, and let's go to Donald J. Trump's speech. So this is from Newsweek. Donald Trump's Memorial Day message compared to Joe Biden's. Former President Donald Trump and President Joe Biden both shared messages on. It is from Newsweek. Messages on social media this week to honor Memorial Day and those who died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. In a post on Truth Social, Trump, the presumptive 2024 Republican nominee for president, shared an image showing himself saluting a grave and said, "We can never replace them, we can never repay them, but we can always remember. Today, that is what we are doing, we remember." However, in another post on Truth Social, Trump wrote about his various legal cases, particularly taking aim at writer E. Jean Carroll, who accused the former president of defamation and sexual assault. Trump was found liable for defamation earlier this year and ordered to pay Carroll 83.3 million in damages. Happy Memorial Day to all, including the human scum that is working so hard to destroy our once great country, and to the radical left Trump hating federal judge in New York that presided over, get this, two separate trials that awarded a woman who I never met before. A quick handshake at a celebrity event 25 years ago doesn't count. $91 million for defamation, Trump wrote in the post. She didn't know when the so called event took place sometime in the 1990s. She never filed a report, didn't have to produce the dress that she threatened me with. It showed negative and sung my praises in the first half of her CNN interview with Alison Cooper, but changed her tune in the second half. Gee, I wonder why under appeal. The rape charge was dropped by a jury, or Arthur Engoron, the New York State WACO judge who fined me almost $500 million under appeal for doing nothing wrong, used a statute that has never been used before, gave me no jury. Mar-a-Lago at 18 million now for a merchant. So this was in a post to X, formerly Twitter. Biden wrote, "Since America founding, our service members have laid down their lives for an idea unlike any other, the idea of the United States. Today, as generations of heroes lie in eternal peace, we live by the light of liberty they kept burning. May God bless them always." So this was a comparison of the speech of the one present president and one former president, and President Donald J. Trump, who could be president in the forthcoming election. Okay, okay, now let's do some prayer for the Memorial Day, and it says smoke. The thing which opened in my holy Quran, this is the Quran, and the page which opened is this one. Smoke, Al-Dukhan. Al-Dukhan is from Meccan period, although is considered by some to be from the Medinan period. It takes its name from the mention of the manifest smoke which is said to cover people. Some see this surah as following upon the final verse of the previous surah, so that when what soon they will know. The reality of the clear book, the lament attributed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, at the end of the previous surah, "O my Lord, truly these are a people who believe not," is echoed in Moses' condemnation of Pharaoh and his followers. These are a guilty people. Al-Dukhan opens with an oath upon the Quran and an allusion to the manner in which it was revealed and the nature of revelation. After a brief affirmation of God's omnipotence, the surah rebukes those who doubt and tell of the punishment that they will receive for having denied God's messengers. This section is followed by an account of Moses, the manner in which Pharaoh and his followers rejected him, and a description of how the Israelites were delivered from oppression. After rebuking the disbelievers for denying the resurrection and, like Pharaoh, exalting themselves, the surah tells of the day of resurrection and contrasts the punishments of the denizens of hell with the reward bestowed upon the reverent in paradise. This is a well known and oft recited surah regarding which the prophet is reported to have said, "Whosoever recites Al-Dukhan during the night will greet the morning with 70,000 angels asking forgiveness for him. In the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful." Hamid, by the clear book, truly we send it down on a blessed night, truly we are ever warning. There in every wise command is made distinct as a command from us, truly we are ever sending as a mercy from the Lord, truly he is the hearing, the knowing Lord of the heavens and the earth and whatsoever is between them. Would that you were certain there is no God but he gives life and causes death, your Lord and the Lord. The surah is the fifth in the series of seven surahs that open with the Arabic letter Ha and Mim and are referred to collectively as the Hawa, Hawa Mim. The Arabic letters Ha and Mim are among the separated letters that are found at the beginning of 29 surahs and whose meaning is considered by most commentators to be known only to God for some possible meanings of these particular letters. A blessed night refers to the night of power, which is understood to occur during the latter part of the month of Ramadan, or it refers to the middlemost night of the month of Shaban, that is the eve of the 15th of the month precedes Ramadan. According to many commentators, the Quran was sent down from the mother of the book, thus from the seventh heaven to the lowest heaven on the eve of the 15th of Shaban, and was then sent from the lowest heaven into this world on the night of power. Therein would thus refer to either of the two nights. Every wise command renders kullu amrin hakim, which can also mean every definitive command or every definite matter. That each is made distinct refers to God sending the provision of the year and organizing the affairs for each entire year on the eve of the 15th of Shaban, during which God effaces what he will and establishes regarding the connection between the eve of the 15th of Shaban and the night of power. Ibn Abbas is reported to have said, God makes all of the decrees on the eve of the middle of Shaban, then he delivers them to their masters, the angels who carry each command or decree down to this earth on the night of power. Thus, the process by which every wise command is made distinct begins on the eve of the 15th of Shaban and is completed on the night of power when they are transferred from the preserved tablet by the angels, and all that occurs so as a command that originates directly from God's presence as well as revelation. That God is ever sending could be seen as a reference to the Quran being sent as a mercy to everyone who believes in it, or to God sending messengers to humanity throughout history. Translated as a mercy explains the reason for which God sends revelation and messengers, that is for the purpose of mercy, similar to 21-107, which says of God sending the Prophet Muhammad, and he sent thee not save as a mercy unto the world. In the present words, a mercy could also be read as a continuation of the previous word, meaning we are sending mercy from thy words, meaning from thy we are sending mercy from thy Lord, in which case mercy is also understood to be a reference to Prophet Muhammad. The idolaters among the Makkans acknowledged that there was a Lord and Creator of the heaven and earth, but then attributed partners to him. If, however, the acknowledgement was based upon knowledge and certainty, they would know that he is also the one who sent revelation and messengers. A little bit from Smoke Al Dukhan, and here it is, and it is from Study Quran. So, folks, what are we doing today on Memorial Day? I'm here at Barnes and Noble, and I got some books for you to read, and I wanted to pay tributes to every American who has lost his or her life on in military. And let's pray for them, and let's say the Rosary. كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. And let's pray for their peace. Okay, now let's start. Many celebrate Memorial Day with a lot of cooking. So this was a book I liked it. So this has quite a bit of recipes. And this was a very interesting book, The Newlywed Table, a cookbook to start your life together with 100 essential recipes, Maria Ziska. Fried fish tacos. I love fried fish tacos. So this is the recipe here. Baking with Mary Berry, cakes, cooking pies and pastries from the British Queen of Baking. Lemon cupcakes with lemon frosting. And I love this also. This is quite an interesting book. Simple pleasures. Microwave snack piece. This is the Time magazine. If he wins, let's see if he wins. It's very sad, that if someone becomes president, you go after him with full force. That is not fair to President Trump or any other, that's not fair at all. If he wins, but this must be Time Magazine's idea. Donald Trump thinks he's identified a crucial mistake for his first term. He was too nice. We have been talking for more than an hour on April 12th at his Fever Dream Palace in Palm Beach. Aides lurk around the perimeter of a gilded dining room overlooking the manicured lawn. When one nudges me to wrap up the interview, I bring up the many former cabinet officials who refuse to endorse Trump this time. Some have publicly warned that he poses a danger to the republic. That's quite ridiculous. About American, why he poses, and what is the guarantee that the other side will not pose danger? So this is ridiculous. You have your personal problems and then you come out like this and criticize the president. But at least acknowledge that he gave you a job. I am not on on any sides, but this is very bad for the country, that the country is divided on that, and other people outside the country, they make fun of this, that what is going in America. I have many friends outside this country who ask me that what is going on in America. So united we stand and divided we fall. And I would request President Trump and President Biden, to join hands for the unity of America. And united we stand and divided we fall. So now it says 6 months from the 2024 presidential election. Yes, and President Trump says make America great again, and the other one says save America. So folks, we have to look like what we have to do regarding this thing. We have to be very careful whom we vote and what it will impact on on the democracy in the next forthcoming years. So I will be very careful in voting. Whether I will go for vote or not for vote, it will depend who is the leading candidate and what they bring to the table. 6 months from the 2024 presidential election, Trump is better positioned to win the White House than any point in either of his previous campaigns. He leads Joe Biden by slim margins in most polls, including in several of the seven swing states likely to determine the outcome. But I had not come to ask about the election, the disgrace that followed the last one, or how he has become the first former and perhaps future American president to face a criminal trial. And this is very, very sad that a president who has served the country is going through a criminal trial. This is not third world country. America is the largest democracy of the world, I used to see news. I have stopped seeing news because it is very, very bad that someone like a person who has served as the president of the United States is going through criminal charges. This is very bad. I wanted to know what Trump would do if he wins a second term, to hear his vision for the nation in his own words. What emerged in two interviews with Trump and conversations with more than a dozen of his closest advisors and confidants were the outlines of an imperial presidency that would reshape America and its role in the world. To carry out a deportation operation designed to remove more than 11 million people from the country, Trump told me he would be willing to build a migrant detention camps and deploy the U.S. military both at the border and inland. He would let red states monitor women's pregnancy and prosecute those who violate abortion bans. I have myself been targeted by MS-13, me and my husband, and I feel that it is so difficult to live in Montgomery County where there is no law and order, and it is a sanctuary city. Me and my husband have gone through a lot. My husband was in a nursing facility and he was beaten up. Is this the America we are looking for? So I am looking forward for Trump presidency or whoever brings change to America in a better way. He would, at his personal discretion, withhold funds appropriate by according to he would be willing to fire a U.S. attorney who doesn't carry out his order to prosecute someone breaking with the tradition of independent law enforcement that dates from America's founding. So this is a very, very interesting article, and I will read the whole article later on. I came across this. Many people are dying at very young age, so this got my attention. J Lo and Ben, what's really going on? So let's do some light talk. I'm flying to the stars. Her historic mission helps others. Mom of two, Anna Menon, joins the first all civilian spacewalk while raising money for sick children at home. On any given night at Anna Menon's home in Houston, the 38-year-old mother and her son James 6 act out of a ritual that combines Menon's passion for space with her parental need to get her oldest child to sleep. James come up with it. She said he asked me to rocket him into his bed, so I basically grab hold of his legs and we do countless 10, 9, 8. Then we blast off as I push him up to his top bunk before I hug him goodnight. Then I this napkin. Let's see what is inside it. African do. Kicking off 3-day tour to Nigeria. I like this couple, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, kicking off a 3-day tour of Nigeria on May 10. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex lent a hand as local dancers welcomed them to a school in the capital of Abuja. It is a complete honor to have our first visit to Nigeria be here with all of you. Harper's 401k doomsday will passive investing is spelled catastrophe. The pleasure of working life. I don't believe in retirement. I love to work till my last breath. At the time of the Advent's death, Gary Minhan had been with the Postal Service for 35 years. So I think this is an interesting article. My mother loved this one, Country Home. So since childhood, I have been reading this magazine. I, I love to decorate home with whatever resources I have. And I have to tell you that please go and buy these two books because these two books bring food to the table and give me sponsorship for this show because this show is syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners. So if you give me sponsorship, just imagine that your product will be syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners. Metallic glamour, country French, American in Paris. So you can get ideas of decorating from this. Detox handbook. Now this is quite interesting. How you detox. I usually take facial and to detox myself. Let's see what they are doing. Some people like to color books. I also have a coloring book and I color it when I'm feeling stressed out. I like music, so I listen to music because I have a very stressful life. Southern home. So there was a loss of internet signal here at Barnes and Noble, and I have no power over it. Travel. So, folks, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi, live from Barnes and Noble, and sorry for any interruption because the internet went crazy here. So these are my two books, and the first book, The Modern Mobile Mentality: New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. I want a documentary to be made. So all those documentary producers, please contact me at Afshan at drafshanhashmi.com. And my second book is. My second book is the outbreak of a monstrous infection, and I want a movie or a TV serial to be made out of it. Having said that, folks, cheers and bye bye.